friends, yeah.
One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This one fielded at the 5. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
Any more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2, but his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
Throwing to start the drive. Presley throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 4 catches for him in the wild card win a week ago, and he's got his first here, and it's a first down. Back to throw. Presley. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Throwing again. Presley. And that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. On now is the Packers punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is brought in at the 21. A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
He got the win last week, and we all know how infrequently rookie quarterbacks win in the playoffs. So by now, it feels like old hat to him. Well, maybe not old hat, but you got to believe he'll be looser, calmer going into this one. He already knows what it takes to lead a team to victory in the playoffs.
The drive will start with an option going left. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On second down, it's Bass. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And he'll get about 3 up close to the 35. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Presley. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Presley. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Presley throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From the gun on 3rd down, Presley. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. So back onto the field here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 42. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st down, Bass, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They'll look to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Touchdown, Philadelphia! A big play there. 43 yards.
And the Eagles are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
2nd and 6. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bass.
And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line. Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. 1st down.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
On 1st down, Bass. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ballgame.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Point after try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They trail here early in this division round game as they seek a spot in the NFC title bout. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Off play action. Presley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
when you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Operating from the gun, Presley. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
The last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Now for the point after. And it is now 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Packers offense set to go.
They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Presley throwing right, and that's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Throwing on first down. Presley finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
To throw on 2nd down. Presley. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A perfect example right there, Charles, of why they love this rookie runner.
And think about how the NFL and the college games are meshing together more and more. You don't have to go to the NFL and learn a new set of skills. What you did in college often makes you ready for the NFL.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Presley. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a first carry for their fullback. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Back to throw. Presley toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit, because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit, in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 31. On 3rd down, it's Bass. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. Facing a 2nd and 6 from the 8. Now back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll set up a throw.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, but it's 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's 24-3.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Another drive coming up for this Packers offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Presley.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Presley. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. He'll look to throw into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Throwing to start the drive. Presley. This is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. A great play there. 26 yards. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point right down the middle, and that cuts the lead to 24-10. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the second quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Second and 1. And he will find his man on the outside. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down now, it's Bass. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it's going to be one heck of a battle, that's for sure. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Now a handoff up the middle. Bass. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Bass. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. On 1st down, Presley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Presley firing quickly here, and that's complete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Presley.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense.
And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down now, it's Batts, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
44 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the end route, complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot. And the ball is knocked out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And now he's got him in a great spot at the 8-yard line here, 1st and goal.
Well, that sure started out as a good example of what they call backed up or coming out on offense, meaning you're backed up close to your own goal line. Big-time emphasis on practicing that to try and create some room at no less to give the punter a chance to kick the ball away. It means take care of the ball, try and create some space. They were doing.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
To throw on 3rd down, Presley. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now come the Eagles.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another first down there.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. On 2nd down, it's Bass. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Bass, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the fun. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing to start the drive. Presley got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away.
This one fielded at the 5. So already not the best to kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The Packers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold it for just a short gain.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Second and 5. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. He'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Eagles are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
Throwing to start the drive. Presley firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. To throw on 2nd down. Presley. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Presley. That is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll look to throw again. comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Looking to throw. Presley. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Presley throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Back to throw. Presley. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense, and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And I noticed you used the word sparked, because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Bass. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. On 3rd down, Bass.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll drop to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. An extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. That time a 6-play drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film section in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again, Presley.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Presley. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time is run out on this ball game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.